Hello, everybody. I'm Jeremy Salou, the sports editor of the Mon Valley Independent newspaper, and I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural Girls Division draft of the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League. We're here at the Clubhouse Grill at Cedar Brook Golf Course in Ross Draver. We got a room full of coaches that are eager to get this season started, and this is the first step, the draft. So, without further ado, I'm going to send it over to a special guest, Melanie Greco.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here this evening. Wanted to share with all of you as we go into our 8th summer for the Girls Summer League Division that I'm very thankful for Tommy Rodriguez and Chad Corrado for taking over this year as the new co-commissioners. And we're ready to get started. So with our first pick, I'd like to introduce Coach Larry Cash.
Okay, my name is Coach Cash, and my first pick is Alyssa Cutter from Trinity, and she's a junior.
Nice. You're big, bud.
All right, we're back. The first pick has been made. It's Alyssa Clutter from the Trinity Hillers. Believe she's going to be a junior next season. Ranked number 9 on the Max Preps list in her class. I'm joined now by Justice Rollins. You're going to be a little bit partial to AMD Industries as Bria Rathway's assistant coach.
100% partial.
But he's filling in for my Puerto Rican compatriot, Jose Negron, who's living it up right now in Deep Creek. So, Nana, what do you have to say about Alyssa Clutter?
Clutter was definitely at the top of everyone's draft boards. She wasn't at any of the tryouts, but everyone got to watch her film. Everyone at least had her in the top 2 or 3, so it's no surprise that she goes number 1 here.
All right, I think we're ready for our next pick. Picking second is Lee Supply and new head coach Caitlin Slagus.
I'm Caitlin. We choose Gracie Fairman, a junior from TJ.
And there's our second pick. It's junior Gracie Fairman from Thomas Jefferson, somebody that Coach Slagus is pretty familiar with.
Yeah, she's very familiar with. Coach Caitlin played for Gracie's mom for 4 years, so kind of no surprise here at 2. We knew she was going to get her, just didn't know when.
There's no conspiracy or anything in there.
No.
No, okay.
No.
That's not impartial, but that's okay.
She just joined the draft late. No conspiracy, though.
All right. With our third pick, we have Monessen Florist, the team that was formerly Belle Vernon Dairy Queen, with new head coach Chad Corrado. Making the pick will be his assistant coach, the first co-coach, sorry.
I like that.
First ever draft pick of the Girls League, Mia Watovich.
From Monessen Florist, we select Stelany Lewitson, for a junior from Cannon Mac.
Woo! Great pick, Mia.
And there's the head coach in the background there. He's pretty excited about that pick. I watched a little huddle film on the pick earlier today. Good shooter, good range. What do you think, Nana?
Yeah, with Stelany, I actually talked to the other co-coach, Corrado, earlier, and he was surprised that she was available at 3. Very surprised she was available at 3. We had her down as one of the best shooters there of all the tryouts, so we figured she would go in the first round early.
All right, I have to introduce my daughter, Kenzie, who will not leave my side. She's checking them off, and she's giving me heck for it. So, all right. You're good. You got it. Okay, with the fourth pick, we have head coach Dennis Stitch of Cedar Brook.
With the 4th overall selection, Cedar Brook selects Katie Hoff, a junior forward from Osh. Thank you.
That's a pretty good pick right there. Katie Hoff is going to be a junior next year for the Chargers. She stood out to me the first night of the workouts. I think I asked Coach Rathway many times who that girl was, and I think she answered it each time for me and just didn't tell me to remember. But
Yes,
go ahead, take it away. That's your pick.
No,
or not? That's not your pick. That's right. That's right. That's my fault.
But with Hoff, we she was one of the tallest players there, one of the best forwards there as well. So it's kind of no surprise that she goes in the first round. Thought she would go a little bit earlier, but figured she was going to be gone before we got the pick, though.
Right. And that's one of the things here. I mean, with the exception of Cannon Mac having a down year, we got some pretty powerful programs in the first picks alone here. And I think we're about to get another one with the 5th pick. AMD Industries, last year's runner-up, is about to make their pick, and here comes Coach Rathway.
AMD will be taking a sophomore guard from Trinity, Eden Williamson.
All right, Nana, I'm not even going to say anything. This is your pick. You go all in on it. I know you guys had some conversation.
Yeah, I'll give my head coach a lot of credit on here. She found her huddle.
She's not a coach.
No. She's the head coach. She's the head coach. I don't want anything to. We're not coach. We're head. And we actually had her number 1 on our big board. We thought she would go 1 or 2. We were surprised that she fell all the way to 5, but we did think she was the best player in this draft, and that's why we took her here at 5. We couldn't pass up.
Oh, you know why? Because I haven't been tweeting them.
Right.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
Nana got to give me more time to start tweeting these picks.
We'll do it after.
And I apologize, I don't have all the Twitter handles in front of me. All right, last but not least in the first round is defending champions Dax Thomas, State Farm. Making the pick is assistant coach Tommy Rodriguez.
Our first round pick this year will be taking Lydia Zogelman out of TJ.
Nice pick.
All right, that's a pretty good pick. That's a player I'm familiar with from this season. She was a starter for the Jaguars this year. Good all-around player. I think one of the coaches in here said she's very fundamentally sound. That's something that Coach Fairman looks for in her team.
Yeah, she's one of the most fundamentally sound players that was at the tryouts. No surprise that she went early. But, yeah, they definitely got a good guard, especially that she's kind of young. So they're going to build for the future there at State Farm.
Okay. And that's it for the first round. That was short and sweet for all the viewers out there. So we're going to start the second round pick. Will this pick be announced? The pick is made. Okay. We're going to have
we're live now.
okay. We're going to have
Yeah, it's all live.
Edward Jones coach Larry Cash come up. Or is we having a different
This is the
announcer for the picks, or how are we doing that?
Yeah.
This is
It's your 7th pick.
this is the auto pick.
This is the auto pick.
Yeah.
This is the auto pick.
Say the auto pick.
Yeah, you can announce the auto pick.
Well, my second pick is Kayla Gordich. Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. Hey.
Yeah. All right. The first pick of the second round is Kayla Gurdich, who is new to the league, and her dad, Mike Gurdich, the head coach of the Yacht Cougars, is the assistant coach. That's why we were referencing an auto pick there. She pretty good presence there during the workouts.
Yeah, absolutely, and it stinks that no one else could get a shot at her, but but obviously she's an auto pick, and they got a good one in the second round for sure.
All right, with the next pick, Lee Supply's back. Lee Supply player Jenna Dawson is going to make the pick, and here she comes.
Our second pick is Abigail Whaley. She's a sophomore from Ringgold.
The next pick was Abigail Whaley from Ringgold. I wasn't around the workouts long enough to really get a look at her. I recognize I did watch her a little bit this season, especially on the JV team for Ringgold. Good size and a good young player.
Yeah, great size, especially for her age. She's very young. She came to the second day of trials when we were in full court. She ran the court really well. She plays real big down low. But that's a great pick for Lee Supply because they needed a forward, and I know Caitlin was looking for one, so she got a good one there.
All right, next up with the third pick is Monessen Florist.
Interested for this one here.
Oh yeah, no curveball here.
No curveball?
We select Lauren Uhas from West Mifflin, a senior.
No curveball whatsoever. No curveball whatsoever.
Curveball there.
All right, West Mifflin's Lauren Uhas in the second round to Coach Corrado, who obviously was corrupted by his co-coach Watovich. Mr. I don't want any seniors gets a really good one here. She stood out. She stood out a lot at the workouts.
Yes.
I mean, she just dominated when she had the ball in her hands. She was aggressive going to the hoop.
Honestly, it was her defense that stood out the most. I mean, she basically played full court defense at a trial, and right there it opened all the eyes. I know a lot of coaches that were hoping that they fell to her, including mine, but it didn't happen, and Chad knew. But yeah, that's a great pick, especially early second.
All right, next up we got Coach Stitch in Cedarbrook. Mm-hmm.
We take Lena Lauren from Baldwin.
Yes. Nice pick, Dennis.
Yeah.
Nice pick.
And that's another good pick there. There were a lot of people who thought that she might sneak into the first round. She was a very good participant in the workouts.
I was hearing whispers of high first round, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't expect her to last until the second, but now that she did, that's a great pick for Cedarbrook at the fourth pick in the second round, honestly.
Good young player,
yeah,
good
absolutely.
height, good size, very athletic, very
Absolutely.
aggressive. So it's going to be a good pick for Coach Stitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, your squad, AMD.
I hope she doesn't fumble this one.
Oh, man.
We'll be taking a senior guard from West Mifflin, Aubrey Sample.
Nice pick.
Oh, another
Nice
guard
pick.
from West Mifflin, Aubrey Sample. I saw her a couple times this year, especially in a couple games against Elizabeth Ford. She was a good compliment to Uhas.
Yeah, absolutely. And her and Uhas are almost a similar player. Uhas is a little bit better on the defensive side, but Sample is great on the offensive side. She's amazing in the pick and roll. I love what I've seen in the workouts for her. That's why I had her down in my list pretty high. I'm stoked that she fell this late.
Yeah, she's definitely a good pick there. Very, like you said, on a pick and roll. She's not afraid to go to the hoop. She's not afraid to
I
set
see
that
a few
screen.
players I'm surprised that's here. I'm telling you, I'll tell you that.
Which is scary because here comes the defending champions
which is
again.
real scary.
There's a couple good ones.
Absolutely.
It's going to be Coach Rodriguez again.
With our second round pick, we'll be selecting Ella Kopka, a freshman out of Brentwood.
I'm not going to lie. I've heard whispers that State Farm was going there, so I'm not shocked at
You
all.
didn't tell me.
Huh?
You didn't tell me these whispers. I had her as a next pick.
Well, you had her too late then because they had her second round all the way.
And that's our
That's the first
Ella
freshman.
that's the first freshman
Ella
off the
Kupka,
board.
freshman.
Ella Kupka from Brentwood. Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. She's a very strong player.
Yeah, Mr. Rodriguez is lucky I didn't get to see no film of her, or else I'd have picked her second. But he must know something deep down. I know
He
Chad
got
did
some
too.
details.
Yeah,
he got some details, I'm sure.
Yeah, he got some details.
And that's true. And one of the things I told Coach Corrado, now that we're through the 2 rounds, you know, when we saw the amount of talent that was at the workouts, the first thing I said was our local teams, there's some players here.
Oh, absolutely.
And these girls that were in the Greb League, I mean, look at the programs that are represented. I mean, speaking from the Mon Valley Independent coverage area, I mean, TJ's the only one.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
There's definitely
obviously we've seen some players, you know, with Trinity, but, you know, there's a lot of players that came into this league this year, and it's going to make it a pretty strong league.
Oh, yeah, we have a bunch of schools represented: Sarah Catholic, Olsh, Bell Vernon, TJ, Mount Pleasant, Cannon Mac, Oakland Catholic. There's a bunch of schools that's being represented here, and I think that's good for the Girls League. It's
Absolutely.
expanding a lot more.
All right, we're about to start round 3. Coach Cash and Edward Jones is officially on the clock.
Like I said, there's a couple girls that's still available here that I'll be shocked if they sneak out of the third round.
Yeah, it's going to be a good pick.
Yeah.
I think the first few rounds are going to be like that, though.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, my pick is, I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Larry.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Tori Wasowski.
Wesolowski.
She's a
From
junior
Cannon
from
Mac.
Cannon Mac.
And that's our second Cannon Mac player off the board, a junior forward. I know she had some good size as well.
Oh, I played with her brother, and her brother was an animal down low. So I figured she was going to be a great pick. I thought she was going to go in the second round, but early third just steal. Yeah, early third just steal for her, honestly.
That one right there. All right, next up, Lee Supply and Coach Slagus is about to make her third pick. Or actually, it's going to be Jenna again. So Jenna's coming back to the mic.
Our third pick is Jasmine Fisher. She's a junior from Woodland Hills.
Another. And Coach Corrado from Menneson Flores just cried a little bit.
Listen.
A great player for Lee Supply.
Listen, in terms of the tryouts, I thought she was the most skilled basketball player we had at the tryouts. I'm shocked she's here in the third round. But she's a great player. I had a couple other of my friends there helping me scout, and they said easily she was hands down one of the best shooters we had there and one of the better ball handlers as well.
Yeah, good. I mean, she was aggressive taking it to the hoop, stepping out behind the three-point line. She was at home anywhere on the court.
Absolutely.
And she was aggressive defensively.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, playing at a 5A school like Woody High, I mean, you have to be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a great pick for Lee Supply.
All right, next up. Coach Watovich will be picking for Menneson Florist, who also is Kenzie's team. She is the manager / mascot / ball girl, whatever her headband says.
So we are building for the future. We select McKenna DeYounger, a freshman from Charleroi.
McKenna Boots DeYounger. Freshman.
All right, and there's the second school representative of our coverage area, Boots DeYounger. Great athlete, good soccer player, I know. I know Chad's known her for a long time. She's a great athlete. She's young. And, like Coach Watovich said, they're building for the future.
Yeah, Chad kept this one close to the chest here. No surprise. Mia was pretty happy to announce this pick because, Charleroi. So Mia probably knows this one really well, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great pick. Yeah, it's going to be a great pick then if she. Yeah, it's going to be a great pick.
So they definitely have some advanced scouting there.
Yeah.
Fourth one up. All right, next up, Coach Stitch in Cedarbrook again.
We're going with Nicole Pulaski, is a junior guard from Sarah Catholic High School.
Senior.
She'll be a senior this year.
Oh, yeah.
Nicole Pulaski from Sarah Catholic. She could pretty much play any position, but she's going to shoot, and she's going to make them. I think the one thing I noticed this year, she didn't shoot all that much.
Right.
When she did, she made them.
Right.
But, we got to get her to shoot a little bit more.
Yeah, you and I talked about it. You told me she was the shooter, and then in tryouts, I don't think she missed on day one. So, but she can also put the ball on the floor. Nobody gives her a lot of credit for that. But when she does put the ball on the floor, she can stop on the dime and hit that mid-range pretty well. So she had a really good tryout. It's a really great pick for Coach Corrado and Coach Watovich.
So she is officially the second.
Coach Dennis, Coach Stitch.
For Coach Stitch.
Yep.
She is officially the second Sarah Catholic player now in the league. And it's your turn again. Let's get AMD Coach Rathway up here for her next pick.
I'm excited for this one.
We'll be taking a junior from Oakland Catholic, Tasia Scott.
Another good pick. She stood out a little bit. I saw there were some good battles with her and Jasmine during the workouts.
Oh, because she was Scott from Oakland Catholic. She was the best defender there, hands down. I mean, Nobody could defend like she was defending there. And, I mean, in this league, you really got to have great defenders, especially one-on-one defenders, because there's players out there that could get a bucket off the dribble anytime they want to. So I feel like it's a great pick for us. And
absolutely.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
A lot of athleticism comes with that pick for sure. And that's going to be it because State Farm, I believe, is out of picks until the end.
Correct.
So we're going to go in, and Edward Jones has an automatic pick here with the fourth pick. And Edward Jones player Presley Kolditz is going to make the pick.
We're going to be taking Lanny Girdage. She's from York and a sophomore.
Nice.
Again, another player Coach Girdich is very familiar with.
Right.
All right, Coach Girdich, we're gonna have you come up to the mic a little bit and tell us about your girls since they're both on your squad officially. So let's know about them all.
Yeah,
let's know about them all.
They're not good at all. They can't play the game. They can't walk and chew gum.
So Coach Girdich is a big motivational guy. He's a big motivational guy.
Yeah, my daughter just finished up her sophomore year. Kayla, she's very smart, pretty good defender. Always is the first one back on defense for us at York High School. And my daughter Lainey, she's a 6-footer, very comfortable with her back to the basket, very strong rebounder, very strong defensive player. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do with all the great competition that's in the league this year.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Next up, Coach Slagus' Lee Supply team, and here comes Jenna Dawson again.
Our next pick is Caroline Summer, a freshman from TJ.
Right here. This is another girl that stood out. We talked. I think I was talking to Coach Slagus about her actually a little bit about knowing her a little bit from TJ. I'm sure Coach Fairman has had her eye on her the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Supply is going to be Thomas Jefferson High School pretty soon. No, but yeah, she's a great player. She's young. She's going to grow into it, being a great player as well. She's a guard right now. I think sooner or later she'll transition to a 3 or a 4. But I think Fairman and Slagus are going to be amazed that she's.
They're going to mold her exactly to what they want, for sure, no doubt. All right, with the third pick of the fourth round, back to Monessen Florist and Coach Watovich.
Let's see who else Chad's been keeping close to the chest.
I think he got one he wants here.
We select Ashley German, a freshman from Sarah Catholic.
Great pick, Mia.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
And another Sarah Catholic Eagle is off the board. Ashley German, the freshman. I didn't really see much of her during the workouts. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, she was. She did really well actually. For her age, we had her down as like she's going to progress really well. That's a great pick, especially since she's a freshman. She's a little undersized, but I think she does really well for her size as well.
All right. Next up with the fourth pick, Cedar Brook and Coach Stitch.
How many picks we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cedar Brook goes with Amanda Besnick, who's a freshman forward.
Very good.
It's a great one.
Very
That's a
good
great pick.
I'm surprised you went.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, where are we?
I thought she'd have been picked.
Right here. And a freshman from Elizabeth Ford about to hit Coach Crystal Gibbs' squad. Amanda Bedzik has now been picked. What did you see from her, Nana?
If I'm not mistaken, I think she was the tallest one there, and she's a freshman.
Yeah.
So that just tells like her ceiling is very high. I think she's going to do really well. I think within the next couple of years, she's going to transition into a great post player. She's already a great offensive rebounder too. She always goes after the ball. I think this is a great. Yeah, this is a great. I'm surprised she went this late, but this is a great pick.
That's one thing I noticed too about just walking into the first day of workouts is one thing the league, not that it was missing it, but just how much height there is now,
right,
and how many strong girls we're going to have under the hoop this year. It's something exciting because the girls' game's developing into that a little bit.
I'm expecting a strong girl being picked next too.
All right. AMD
inside information.
AMD's Coach Rathway is on her way to the mic with the next pick of the fourth round.
I fought
We will be taking a junior forward from Elizabeth Forward, Bree Brinson. Oh, her sister. Her sister. I'm sorry, I played with her sister.
Okay, so Bailey Brinson is off the board. I know I talked to Coach Gibbs about her, seen her play many times. Aggressive on the board. She's going to hustle. She's going to fight. When she gets the ball going to the hoop, you just better get out of the way. I know she had a little bit of an ankle injury, so that slowed her down a little bit this year, but she looked good at the workouts.
Honestly, at the trials, you couldn't tell about the ankle injury. After day one, I think I told you, Jeremy, and I told Chad, I said, I don't think anyone in this league can stand in front of her and stop her from scoring a bucket if she actually wants to score. She plays bully ball, and she does it really well. So, I'm stoked about that pick. I think she's going to transition really well into our team. That's
going to be a very good pick with what you guys already have on the outside. And then you add Williamson, Brinson, Scott. Not because you're sitting here, but you guys, AMD's had a very good draft. As has everybody. There's a lot of talent here for sure.
There's still a lot of talent left on the board, too. I'm surprised some of these girls are still here, but
there is.
I'm expecting them to come off here real soon.
All right, we are on to round 5, and besides the extra picks, we have 10 more picks remaining in the whole draft here. Lee Supply's up next. and we'll see who they're going to pick. It's still going to be a strong player for sure.
Absolutely.
Jenna.
We're taking Casey Batani, a junior from Bell Vernon.
All right, Casey Batani, one of the Bell Vernon Leopards, who I always thought would benefit a lot from being in this league.
Absolutely.
Good shooter. She's a hustler. She plays defense. That's a good pick, and another player that Coach Slagus is pretty familiar with.
Yeah, they're going to load up there and at least apply, especially with players that she's familiar with, players that's going to trust her. They're going to do exactly what she's told, so she's having a great draft right now, but that's a great pick, especially coming out of Bell Vernon.
Yeah, definitely a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Monessen Florist once again, Coach Watovich.
We select a freshman from Trinity, Macy Justice.
That is a sleeper. We kind of had our eyes on her.
I'm mad about that.
I know me and Coach Corrado have had our eyes on that from day one as well. Another good pick out of that Trinity Hiller program.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. After the first drill that we did, my coach wanted her, like, whenever we could get her. She wanted her in the first or second round as soon as we could get her. Unfortunately, some older girls came across and we couldn't pick her in the first couple rounds. But, I mean, for her to fall this late and for Chad to get her, that's amazing, especially because she's a freshman. She has great.
I was gonna say
great ball. No, I'm not.
That's
next year maybe, but not this year.
Yeah,
not this year.
That's two good freshmen now that they picked up, and Chad said, "Hey,
he said he's going young. I mean,
no matter what happens this year, he said we're winning the next 3."
Yeah,
so that's what he said. So
yeah, that's what he's building for.
And that's a good
100%.
start right there, because that Hillers program's become a pretty good
100%.
Pretty good program. Next up, Cedarbrook again. Coach Stitch.
Cedarbrook takes Jocelyn Dawson, sophomore from EF.
And there's another one. There's another one.
That's not a sleeper.
That's not a sleeper.
Everyone was wide awake. He just took it right
watching her sister play years ago,
yeah.
And watching her this year as a freshman. I know she was injured for a while too, but watching her play for Coach Gibbs at EF, another one, pure scorer. She's going to go to the hoop. She's going to shoot. She's going to score, and she's going to fill the bucket.
Yeah, she's progressing a lot faster than her sister did for her age. Because as a sophomore, she's so poised, especially dribbling to the hole, double teams trap her. She always finds the right pass. This is a great pick. This is one of the ones I'm surprised she lasted this long.
That's 3 out of the last 7 picks we got EF girls. So
yeah,
that's another young team.
Yeah, they're doing something over in EF.
Going to be coming up. We are at the last pick of round 5, and we will have 6 left besides the extra picks. Yeah, and we'll explain that as we get it. So last but not least in round 5, there's probably another good player out there waiting for AMD.
We will be taking a junior guard from Baldwin, Olivia Cox.
And there's another good pick, and the second Baldwin Highlander to go in this round. Tell me a little bit about Ms. Cox.
Yeah, with Cox, she was probably one of the best players we've seen on the pick and roll. She always made the right decision. She always either pulled up, drove to the hole, or found the open man.
So you guys aren't going to run a pick and roll this year at all, are you?
I mean, we got Brinson now. So
You're going to roll.
No telling what's going to happen. She's going to roll.
That's going to be a pick.
Yep. She's got to roll.
Another good pick. So we're about to start round 6. Lee Supply's or Edward Jones's roster is full. With the exception of the final pick. But now we got Lee Supply coming up for pick number 25 of the night. And here comes Jenna Dawson.
We're taking Tara Calloway, another junior from Bell Vernon.
And there's another Bell Vernon player. Or wait, that would be 3. That can't happen. That is against... That is a violation.
It can only be 2.
There can only be unless it's the last pick.
Okay, so explain the bonus.
Okay, so explain the bonus picks.
Explain the rule why we can't have it to everybody at home.
Okay, so what the league rule states that you could only have 2 players from each high school represented on your squad. Now, for the final picks of the night, and Coach Corrado or somebody will explain it, you can add a 3rd player from a school in order to help build the rosters, because we are very top heavy with upperclassmen this year. So the bonus picks, you can have a third player, but in the round, you cannot. So this year only for the bonus picks, by the way. So Lee Supply will be making another selection as they look through the draft board.
But they're on the clock.
They are on the clock. No pressure, Kate. No pressure. And here she comes now with the pick.
We're going to take Angelina Macy, a freshman from Ringgold.
All right. A freshman from Ringgold who will be looking for a new coach this year, Angelina Macy. Macy. Sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, a freshman, so Lee Supply gets a little bit of youth there.
Yeah, they need a little bit of youth, so it's glad that she actually couldn't take Callaway and she actually got to take a freshman. So building for the future is going to be a great pick down the road for sure.
All right, next up, Monessen Florist, Coach Watovich. What's that? This is in the bonus. This is your last. You have one more after this.
Taking a freshman from Penn Hills. I apologize if I butcher your last name. Hannah Pugliese,
something like that, I'm sure.
Snuck in late.
Penn Hills is represented now in the league.
First ever, right?
Absolutely. A lot of these are first evers. But yeah, Hannah is now in the league. Another freshman. Let me see here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 7th freshman we've had selected.
So you mean to tell me? Yeah. How many have you taken? How many have you taken?
This is your 3rd freshman.
Third? This is your 3rd freshman?
I was picking all over.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's no surprise. Chad told us he was going young. We just didn't believe him. No, but it's a great pick for sure. He sent us our film. He sent us our film at 3 a.m. when everyone was sleeping. Hopefully they didn't check.
So I'm not the only one he blows up when you're in bed.
At 3 a.m, you know, he sends it to Brea. Brea sends it to me. I don't get it, you know.
Right.
It just goes in a spam, but it is what it is. Yeah.
I did send it.
He sent it. I can't say he did.
All right. With the next pick is Cedarbrook and Coach Stitch, who we have to welcome. Coach Dennis's new assistant coach, Bentworth head coach Donna Sally is here. I know her one daughter is in the league. So, she's going to make the pick. All right, sounds good.
We are choosing Haley Johnson, a freshman from Monessen.
There we go. Haley Johnson, a freshman from Monessen, the alma mater of Nunna over here. What do we know about Haley Johnson?
Yeah, I was gonna try to sneak her late, you know, because
she had a nice tryout.
Yeah, she came one day. She had a great trial. We couldn't get to see her a second day, but she did leave a good impression the first day. Glad we got some Monessen blood, some black and white blood in here. So thank you to Cedarbrook for making it happen, even if you did steal her.
That'd be what? That'd be the second. Kinsey Wilson's in the league. Yeah, that's the only one. So
yeah, I think everyone else graduated last year.
Or we had one transfer.
Yeah.
So, all right, AMD, your last pick of the rounds. Here comes Coach Rathway.
Got to go with my alma mater from Bell Vernon, a junior guard, Tara Callaway.
And there's Tara, swiped right under Slagis's nose. Tara Callaway, speedy, aggressive defender. A little bit of scoring ability, too. When she needed to step up this year, she did.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see her play, but obviously Brea has, and we had her on our radar. We just didn't know where she was going to lob, obviously, because she didn't come in any tryouts. But Brea vouched for her. She said she did really well last year.
She did.
And obviously, she was going to be the first pick of this round. So, and once Slaggers couldn't take her, I'm glad she fell to us.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she, when I mentioned the sneaky scoring ability, she didn't really have to all that much. But, she gets a breakaway. There ain't nobody beating her down the court, and she's going to make her layups.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a lot of that
Very
this year.
aggressive.
She's a very aggressive defender
very
as well, and she's fast.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty good pick for you guys there. And now your roster is full. Yep. We only have 2 picks in round number 7. First up is Monessen Florist.
Yeah.
You have another on round 7. There is
Monessen
Florist and Cedarbrook are in this round, and that's it.
Yeah, we need to have a little.
Oh, here we go. On the clock. We're on the clock. We're on the clock.
Why should be a freshman?
You want her to announce this one?
Huh?
You want?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
All right. You're gonna know. You're gonna say this girl's name right here in this mic room.
Bring our flower girl.
Man, oh wait! Look! The team manager's officially getting her swag. Don't mess that bow up. Oh man, look at that! All right, here we go. Oh, it's stuck on the bow. Oh, the bow is gone.
Hold on.
Oh wait, there we go. All right, there it is. The Menneson Flores swag. All right, Coach Watovich is gonna tell you the girl's name here.
Let's see. Ready? You're gonna say Kaylin O'Delly.
There you go.
Bria.
Kaylin O'Delly.
Kaylin O'Delly, one of Coach Gerdich's girls from York, has been picked by my wonderful, wonderful daughter. And another York Cougar is off the board and in the league.
I'm not going to lie, she might have been the fastest player that we had at tryouts. And she hustled for every single ball, but I think she was the fastest player we had at tryouts.
She was the player that would put her nose down, go to the hoop, and pick herself off the floor every time she went to the
100%.
basket. That's what I noticed about her, was her aggressiveness.
Yeah, honestly.
Wait, no, the next one.
Oh, the next one? Oh, gosh. I don't want to know who this is, but yeah.
Well, let's start picking it out now.
O'Delly's a great pick, yeah.
That was a good pick. You got some speed there, too. Speed and defense. All right, with the last pick of the round, it's Cedarbrook again. And this is the last of the draft pool to be picked. Here comes Coach Stitch.
Kaylee Cunningham, guard, Sarah Catholic.
Another Coach Stitch knows all about them Sarah Catholic Eagles. So, wait, hold on. Wardrobe malfunction.
Thanks to Chad.
Chad ripped her. Let's just leave it right there, and I'll get it. I'll get it off in a minute. Hold on.
Cunningham, though, Cunningham played really strong. I think she came both days, if I'm not mistaken. And she played really strong down low.
I got to do my dad duties real quick.
I
Let me hook this up real quick. All right. How's this work?
It's a brat. I don't know.
It's a barrette. Oh, I got it. We're good.
I am so sorry.
All right. So Cunningham is off the board. Yep. Now in round 8, we'll let Cedarbrook assistant coach Donna Sally make this pick.
Freshman guard Amber Sally from Bentworth.
Player she's familiar with.
You gotta tell us
So
about it.
Coach Gerdich did it, and this is your second daughter in the league now. Your other is a senior now, right? For Coach Rodriguez's team. Tell us about your girls.
So my senior, she is a guard. She started last year for us. She is a great shot. My freshman daughter, Amber, she's very tiny but very mighty. She is a great dribbler, sees the floor well, and her shot's coming around with it as well. And she also plays AAU for Basketball Stars of America and does some traveling with them.
Okay, thanks, Coach. And that's it for the rounds. Round 1 through 8 is complete. And now somebody's going to tell us all about how the bonus picks are. I'm going to do it.
I don't know how it works.
I wasn't paying attention to that speech. I'm sorry.
So pretty much there's a two maximum of each roster
for each school district, right.
So we're adding the bonus round to try to get some younger girls into the league.
Okay.
Without rules. Okay, they could be a third.
So there could be a third Bell Vernon player picked by Coach Slagus now.
No, that's another thing. It should be freshmen or sophomores. This is what we're trying to do.
Freshmen or sophomores. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you know what? No, I didn't say that.
All right, so we're not. That's not going to be the rule. Yeah, okay, we're good. You didn't check this one off here.
You're right. Yeah, it could be anybody you want. You can take a fifth grader.
This is the bonus pick. So the first bonus pick will go to Coach Cash and Coach Gerdich.
If he chooses.
If you choose one. Do you want a bonus pick? I was going to say, Coach Mike stood up, so he got the floor, and they are going to choose one.
No, anyone.
No, it don't have to be, Coach.
We choose junior guard for York High School, Michaela Dixon.
Obviously, somebody Coach Gerdich is very familiar with from York, and that will be their third. So that rule came into play here with York, with his two daughters on the team. So that's Michaela Dixon is the first bonus pick for Edward Jones.
Yes. Jeremy.
Yes.
It's coach's choice. They can skip it or they can.
Yes, these are voluntary picks if a
Voluntary,
coach would want to
Correct.
take another player.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which sometimes, summertime, you need some extra players on the bench, so it's important.
Right.
So. All right, next up is Lee Supply. Coach Slagus, will you be making a pick? Obviously, it looks like they are. Her assistant coach, Olivia Barkley's here, a former Elizabeth Ford Warrior with Coach Gibbs. Okay.
Anything
I have
else
two.
going on?
I have two in mind that I want. I just don't know.
Yeah, Nana's been texting back here.
Listen, I'm Adam Schefter right now. I gotta get my stuff off. I gotta get it off my chest. Sometimes I get the hello, or you can read your texts, and so gotta do what we gotta
Or the
do.
look from across the
or
room.
look.
Like, go, look at your phone.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Right, for sure.
And we appreciate Nana throwing in tonight. You did a
Absolutely.
fantastic job.
Nana's doing a great job.
Thank you, I appreciate
Great
it.
job. I'm getting poked with
Nana,
something.
let's get a little update on you. What's going on for the people that haven't seen your face in a while?
I just continue to want them to not see my face. I'm trying to hide.
So what year of college are you in right now?
I'm in my last year of law school.
And what school is that?
New England Law. I live out in Boston. I'm only back to help out, win a championship,
me.
and I'm leaving again.
Just gave me a wet willy on live. All right, here's Coach Dawson
we need
coming,
that clip.
or not
We need
Coach
that
Dawson,
clip.
player Dawson
We're
coming to the
taking
mic.
Elena Pfeiffer, a sophomore from Sarah.
Okay.
Another Sarah Eagle is off the board. Elena Pfeiffer.
Their whole team signed up. I'm telling you.
I know, right? Coach Cleary getting them girls
Honestly,
ready for the
yeah.
next year.
That's great. Give them some competition.
That's another sophomore off the board and going to Lee Supply.
Still going young. That's a great pick.
All right, I'll write her down on my list here. And next up, Monessen Florist is going to make another pick.
Let's see. It better not be one of mine.
Get your pen ready.
We select our lockdown defender, Hannah Karenko. We wanted to choose her earlier, but we couldn't based off of the school rules because she's from Charleroi.
I was like, y'all.
Great
All
pick,
right.
Mia. Great pick.
I mean, is Mia just coaching Charleroi over there, or what?
I mean,
What's going on?
I know, no homerism there or
What's going
nothing,
on?
Hannah Karenko is off the board. I know she came off the bench this year for the Cougars and gave some quality time. A lockdown defender, Coach Corrado
And
says.
Nana, what does defense win?
Defense wins championships every day of the week.
Not this year, but probably next year.
Yeah, it's going to win it for us this year, not y'all this year. Who we got up next? I know, I'm trying.
All right, next up,
Cedarbrook.
Cedarbrook. Coach Stitch
Looks
with
like
his
they're taking-
last pick of the night.
Looks like they're taking their bonus.
Let me see the list quick.
We got Caroline Melandra, solid junior guard from Sarah Catholic.
Another Sarah Catholic guard is off the board.
Yeah.
Again, Coach Stitch familiar with those girls out there.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about her.
I actually didn't get a chance to see her play, but
Oh,
I mean,
come on.
if she's in that Sarah system, I guarantee she has to be solid. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Especially-
they're going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to be aggressive on
100%
defense.
of the
Yeah,
time.
for sure. That's Coach Cleary. All right, AMD, you guys.
I'm
using her?
leaving this up to her.
All right, you using a bonus pick? Oh, here she comes. Here she comes.
We will be taking a freshman guard from Bethel Park, Julia Benlock.
Julia Benlock from Bethel Park
Needed that.
is off the board.
Needed that.
Nana is excited about that.
I needed that.
Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, we was looking at her last night when we were sitting over, in our little draft party, and she was one of the freshmen we were eyeing up, and honestly, we didn't know if she was going to get picked or not, obviously, because we didn't get a chance to see her play in tryouts. But after reading a couple articles, we realized that we kind of wanted her on our team, and we're glad we had this bonus round in order to get her, building for the future.
Trust the sports media, and the girls got the huddle videos.
Absolutely. She's going to go well with our young
I got to say, putting the huddle clips on the draft board helps make my job easier. I was looking up all them Trinity girls today at work. I was looking all them Trinity girls
we got a
up.
Trinity girl on our team, so we were just texting her.
Right.
Give us some updates. See if they'll blend well
It
together.
looks like State Farm, Coach Rodriguez
They're
and
on the phone all the way
Coach
to
Kovac
Atlanta.
are on the phone with
On
the
the phone
boss.
in Atlanta.
They're on the clock. They need a minute.
Put him on speakerphone so he can make a pick.
They're on the phone with the boss.
Or no, wait. Is he on FaceTime? We can FaceTime
they
him
did.
on one of these cameras.
I don't think he was too happy with our pick. I think he was looking for Ben Locke.
You think?
Yeah, Rodriguez
I think,
was.
Williams too was Eden.
Yeah, Eden.
I think he wanted her too.
I think so too.
Yeah. When I get home, you'll have everything. Tell everybody that.
For our last pick, we'll be selecting Haven Briggs from Elizabeth Forward.
Elizabeth Ford,
We had her down too.
sharpshooter Haven Briggs is the pick. She will be a junior this year for Coach Gibbs, another player
Another
I've
EF.
seen many times, another EF player that's going to be there again next year. Teammate of your player Brinson, but she's a shooter for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah, it's going to go well with State Farm, especially because they have a lot of girls that can drive the ball to the hole. And as soon as they kick it out to Brick, she's almost automatic out there. So it's a great pick.
So after all that, Tommy took the bonus. I've been hearing about this
Right.
for a week. And
Right.
He's yelling at me about the bonus.
About the bonus. And
he
now,
takes the bonus.
and now he
So-
takes the bonus.
So Haven Briggs is the final pick of the
2020.
inaugural girls division draft of the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League. It's been a great draft, a lot of talent. I'm eager to watch all these girls play. The season will tip off Monday, the 29th.
Yep.
Is that the right date? The 29th is the right date. At Marx's Court Time Sports Center in Elizabeth Township. First game at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. The schedule is on the website. Sorry, in 2020, obviously. The season tips off. All the coaches will be there. They will be getting in touch for all you players drafted. They will surely be getting in touch with you over the next couple days. So congratulations to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Great job,